I just finished making. Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Harini.
Hare Krishna, Harini.
Krishna Mataji, this is Jagdish.
Jagdish and Vaishnavi, I see all. Dishan, Tojasvi.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Alia. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is
Shreya.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, we are already live and recording. Where another 1 minute or 2 minutes you can start, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji, maybe 1 more minute, then it will be 3. I'll start.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is me, Shreya. And Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Hari.
Hare Krishna, Shreya and Srihari. So how many of you tried making yesterday's craft? If you make, then you will remember the temple. That is the intention. Otherwise, you will forget after the sessions. Kushi, you didn't post in the group. I was waiting. Can you post today?
I still have to decorate it a little, then I'll send.
Okay, okay.
But Mataji?
I was asking who made yesterday's that craft. Awesome.
I did, but I didn't decorate it.
Okay,
I made a
whoever-
Vyasasana.
Okay, please send it today. Okay, then we'll start.
I
So today what's okay. Now we are starting. So what is the temple that we are seeing today?
Radha Govinda.
Radha Govinda Dev. Radha Govinda Dev is my favorite too. I just love Radha Govinda Dev temple. It's a very, very beautiful deity and beautiful temple. And the story how Radha Govinda Dev was found again is also very interesting.
Mataji, look. This is Keshav's craft.
Keshav, can you send in the group? Can you please post it?
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. So, you know, in the beginning, since beginning, I was saying that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had sent the Goswamis to revive Vrindavan because Vrindavan just became like a forest. None of them knew the pastimes of Krishna. Everything got lost. Okay, then Rupa Goswami went. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami were there. They were reviving all the temples. They found couple of deities. They found all the places of Krishna's pastimes. But Rupa Goswami was sad. See in the picture, he's sad. You know, sad because he was thinking, I'm not able to find Radha Govinda Dev. Okay, you can type after the class. Okay, you can do whatever you want. So he was sad because I didn't find Govinda Dev. I have to find him. So he was very sad. He was thinking, how will I find? I searched everywhere. He went into all the villages. He went into all the places, but still he was not able to find. So one day he was sitting on the bank of river Yamuna. A young, beautiful Vrajavasi boy came to him. You seeing the boy in the picture? Okay. Krishna, I'll show you. Okay, see this boy. So this boy approached to him and he asked, why are you sad? Then Rupa Goswami explained everything. I'm sad because I'm not able to find Govinda Dev. Then this boy said, you know what? There is a Goma Tila. Tila is like a hill. So there is a Goma Tila, and if you go there, you can find Govinda Dev. He said every day Surabhi cow comes there and she, like without anybody milking, she herself drops lot of milk on this Gomati Tila. If you dig it, then you can find Govinda Dev. That's what he said. Then he even, instead of not just saying, he took Rupa Goswami to that place. Then he showed cow giving large quantities of milk. And suddenly the boy disappeared. Then Rupa Goswami understood that that boy was none other than Krishna. And he was so ecstatic that he could see Krishna and he fainted. After he fainted, after he gained his consciousness again, then he called all the Vrajvasis, he informed the local people, then they started excavating the place. And you know what? Lord Balaram himself spoke in the invisible voice and he said exactly where to dig. This is not my story. This is the story which was narrated by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. Okay, so this is real, that Lord Balaram spoke in the form of invisible voice, and then he told them where to dig. Then the beautiful Govinda Dev deity has come. And remember, I said Madan who was the one? During Vajranabh's time, there was only one person who saw Krishna directly. Who was she? Can anybody tell?
Uttara.
Yes. So Uttara confirmed that Madan. Yes. Uttara confirmed that Madan Mohan deity is similar to Krishna. Where? Which part of Madan Mohan's deity is?
Next to from the legs to all the way to the head, it looks like Krishna, but the head doesn't look like Krishna.
No, waist to
Waist of feet. Waist of feet.
And which deity looks like Krishna from shoulders to waist?
Radha Madan Mohan.
No, from shoulders to waist. I'm saying which? Radha Gopinath. And now Govinda Dev. Can you all please mute? Okay, so now comes Radha Govinda Dev. Radha Govinda Dev's face is just like Krishna's face. So if you are seeing Govinda Dev, that means it is as good as seeing Krishna's face. Krishna's face looks like this. That's what Uttara confirmed. So now on the altar of Govinda Dev, there is also, see, if you see, there is here one tiny deity. Are you seeing? My cursor, I pointed my cursor.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji.
So let's see.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, the deity's name is Gaura Govind. So how did this Gaura Govind deity come? So once Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Orissa in Tota Gopinath temple. When he was in Orissa in Tota Gopinath temple, he was asking Gadadhar Pandit, for many days I have not heard about Rupa Goswami. Where is he? What has happened? Just at that time, those days there was no WhatsApp, there was no Zoom, there was no mobile, nothing, right? Just a messenger. So then a messenger came and he started informing that Rupa Goswami had found the Govinda Dev's deity and the temple was established. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt so happy and he sent Kashishwara Pandit. He said, Kashishwara Pandit, you have to go and help Rupa Goswami in taking care of.
Mataji, you muted.
So Kashishwar Pandit was thinking, how can I say without seeing Govinda, without seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I miss him, I'm very sad. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, understanding the feelings of Kashishwar Pandit, he will give him the small deity, Krishna deity, and he will say, if you have this, this is as good as having me. If you feed him, you will see me eating. If you talk to him, you will see me talking. So this deity is none other than me. And he's saying that he will give to Kashishwar Pandit and he will say, you keep it on Govinda Dev's altar and then worship along with Govinda Dev. So then Kashishwar Pandit take this and he kept it on the altar of Govinda Dev and he started worshipping both the deities. So that is the story of Gaura Govind. And this is the picture. These are the deities in Jaipur. So Govinda Dev is also not in Vrindavan. Govinda Dev also moved to Jaipur. That we will see shortly the story. Then Radharani's deity. How did Radharani's deity come? Remember on the first session when we were seeing the story of Madan Mohan, the king of Orissa, Purushottam Jana, he sends two Radharani's deities, one for Madan Mohan and one for Govinda Dev. But that night, Radharani comes in the dream of the Brahmin and says, the person who sent is thinking these are two Radharani deities, but one is Lalita Sakhi and one is Radharani. Remember, she says that. And so Madan Mohan, now Madan Mohan has left side Radharani, right side Lalita Sakhi. Now Govinda Dev have no Radharani deity, right? Purushottam Jana sent two Radharani, thinking two Radharanis, one for Govinda Dev, one for Madan Mohan. But those two were not Radharanis. So now Purushottam Jana was thinking, I have to send Radharani to Govinda Dev deity. It will be very beautiful if Govinda Dev is worshipped with Radharani. Then he had a dream. Srimati Radharani appeared to him and told, in Orissa there is a village called Radhanagar. So if you go to Radhanagar, there is a great devotee by named Brihat Bhanu. And Brihat Bhanu has no children, but he has a deity of Radharani, and he took care of the deity just like his own daughter. But because he has no children, after he left his body, the deity was left alone. Then what happened? This king went, after the dream, this king went to Orissa in search of that deity. Then he brought the deity back to Puri, and actually people forgot, over years people forgot that this was Radharani's deity, and they were thinking she's Lakshmi ji and started worshipping this deity as Lakshmi ji. So Srimati Radharani now explained everything. So this is not Lakshmi ji, this is me myself. So bring that deity and send me to Vrindavan. So Purushottam, King Purushottam went, got this deity, and in lot of, he sent it to Vrindavan with lot of great, how Ratha Yatra you do with lot of celebration mood. So similarly, he sent this deity to Vrindavan with lot of, celebration, like a joy, like a festival he celebrated, and he sent it. So that's how Govinda Dev had Radharani deity on his side. So now this is the temple. This is so beautiful. The architecture is so excellent. So how was this temple built? Raghunath Sai is raising her hand. Do you have any question? Okay. If we can take questions at the last, or you can post in the group.
Yes, Mataji, I have a question. So, I don't know, but I heard that people say that Radharani and Krishna never married. So why is that?
Oh, Sai can see, that is a very, very deep subject. If we start discussing now why Radharani and Krishna didn't marry, that is a different topic. Can we discuss that later? Can you message me personally? That is not to this topic, right? We will discuss it later, okay? Okay. So, apart from Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, there is one more Goswami called Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. So what happened? He had one disciple by named Man Singh. Okay, and Man Singh was a general in Akbar's army. Okay. Then he wanted to do something for Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Raghunath Bhatta Goswami had asked him to build this temple for Govinda Dev. So this beautiful temple was built by Man Singh. Then what happened? One day from the capital, so after Akbar, then in the next generations, Aurangzeb started ruling India. Then one day what happened? In the night, actually Govinda Dev is 7-storied temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So on the top of the 7th story, there is a lamp which is lit, and it goes on 24 hours. So from the capital, somewhere near Agra, Aurangzeb saw this something like star. So then he asked, what is this star? It is so bright than the star in the sky. Then they explained that there is a temple in Vrindavan, Govinda Dev temple, 7 stories, and they had this lamp lit, and it goes for 24 hours. Then Aurangzeb felt so envious. Oh my God, Indian Hindu temples have such a grandeur. They're so rich and so grand. We have to dismantle them. And then he sent his army. But before his army has reached Vrindavan, they have been successful in sending the deities to Jaipur. So that is how in Jaipur, the king Raja Jai Singh has arranged everything for the secret worship of these deities. So by the time Aurangzeb's army came, the deities were not there. But out of the 7 stories, they destroyed 4 of them. 4 stories were destroyed, and the construction was so strong that they couldn't dismantle it completely. And it was so strong. Like I went to Radha Govindadev temple. Very strong, very different architecture. Like these days, if you have to build something like that, I don't think it is possible. It is so beautiful temple. So that is how the temple of Radha Govindadev is built, and that's how the deity has been recovered. So you know what? Radha Govindadev is a temple. What are you seeing on the picture? So lots of monkeys you will see.
Monkeys.
Yeah, Govindadev temple. I'm sure if some of you must have visited and you have seen, like there are a lot of temples. You're very scared to take the cell phones also because they snatch your cell phones. No taking pictures. So this is how the entrance looks, and this is the interiors. Some pictures I could capture. See on the top, some lotus flower impressions are there on the roof of the temple. This is one more picture. And then today we will also see Keshi Ghat. Okay. Yeah. So what is Keshi Ghat? By seeing Keshi, you will understand something, right? What is Keshi Ghat? Can somebody unmute?
Can I tell it, Mataji?
Where?
Yeah, it's a
Ramachandra?
Okay, we'll give chance to Ramachandra because he didn't get in. Okay, Ramachandra, tell.
I already know Keshi is the demon that Krishna killed, and we
Yes.
also saw Kalia Ghat, right?
Yes. So you're assuming it is something related to Keshi, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, you know, in Vrindavan, the day starts like morning 4 o'clock. If you see, the people start walking and they will be, huh?
Mataji, just one question.
Yes.
Mataji, you're muted.
Okay. So morning 4 o'clock, the day in Vrindavan starts. So, I don't know, again, my system got stuck, Krishna. Okay. So I'll tell, listen. So 4 o'clock, if you see, people will start walking. They would like to go and take bath in Yamuna. And if you start seeing, Keshi Ghat has lot of, it's a part of, you know, Yamuna River. Yamuna River is there. So what happened? You all know Keshi demon, as you
Mataji, again you are muted, Mataji.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
So yeah, so Keshi is also a demon, horse demon. He was so much angry on Krishna and he wanted to kill Krishna. And when he came to kill Krishna, what did Krishna do? Krishna hold his legs and just one whirl and he banged him down. And he fell down. But again, what happened? He again got up and he wanted to kill Krishna. What did Krishna do? Krishna kept his hand in the dirty mouth of Keshi and he controlled. And what happened? Finally, Keshi got killed. So now what happened after killing Keshi? Krishna came to this Yamuna River to take bath. So this was the place where he came to clean himself and take a bath. That's why it is called Keshi Ghat. And then there is one lesson that we have to learn from Keshi. What is that lesson? Keshi is a demon. What did Keshi show? Can you say what anartha did Keshi show? Anger, pride, lust. What did it show? Can anybody unmute? Anger. Any other answer? Pride. So Keshi showed pride. So when we go to Keshi Ghat, So we are also so proud of the little things that we do, be it materially, be it devotionally. You do something and you feel so proud of yourself, and with our mouth we keep boasting. So when we go to Keshi Ghat, we should have a sincere prayer that Krishna, please protect us from being proud, and please let me do all my services in a humble mood. So that should be our prayer. We should always pray when we go to Keshi Ghat to protect us from pride. So that is one lesson I wanted to say. And see, Yamuna looks so beautiful, very beautiful. And now where is Yamuna coming from? Anybody can say? Yamuna is coming from?
Yamunotri.
Yeah, Yamunotri it is coming. But you think Yamuna is lucky or Mother Ganga is lucky? Which river is lucky?
Ganga.
Yamuna. Both.
Who said Yamuna? Who said Yamuna?
Ganga.
Somebody said Yamuna. Why?
Because Vrindavan has Yamuna.
Yes. So as you said, Ganga and Yamuna are equally sacred. They're equally pure. But Yamuna is more lucky because Krishna had lot of pastimes. He played in Yamuna. Krishna's feet were there. Gopa's feet were there. Radharani's feet was there. So it is all very, very pure. And Yamuna is the daughter of
Surya.
Surya.
And you know, she is the sister of Yamaraj. So Yamaraj, if Yamuna recommends you, Yamaraj cannot say no to her sister. So if you take bath in Yamuna, if you pray to Yamuna, then Yamaraj is going to forgive you. So Yamaraj is going to give us permission. Yamaraj is the one who punishes for our bad deeds, right? So if you get the blessings of Yamuna, then Yamaraj will forgive you. So Yamuna is very, very special. And you know, river Yamuna is the expansion of Vishaka. Who is Vishaka? Vishaka is the Parikshit is there? Okay, Akshita.
Vishaka is one of the.
Vishaka is one of the
Sakhis.
Vishaka is one of the Sakhis, and Mother Yamuna is the expansion of Vishaka. So Yamuna is coming all the way and it merges in Ganga at Prayag. So Yamuna is very, 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 very special. So next time when you all go to Vrindavan, please have a dip in Yamuna. Please go to Keshi Ghat and please visit Govindadev temple. And now I have some questions. Please unmute yourself. So which temple is on top of a hill?
Madan Mohan temple.
Madan
In which temple did Srila Prabhupada stay?
You're muted.
In which temple is Ananga Manjari on the left side of Krishna? 12 members raised their hands. Let me pick. Mataji, can you unmute somebody from those who raised the hands?
Unmuting.
Mataji, what was the question?
In which temple is Ananga Manjari on the left side of Krishna instead of Radharani?
Radha Gopinath.
Yes.
Radha
Gopinath.
Which deity came from the heart of which deity came?
Can see it, Mataji.
Okay.
Shamasunder.
Okay, now I'll show you
Hare Krishna Mataji, Gaura.
Mataji, you're on mute.
So this is the temple in Jaipur. So I think we have very less time. So
Mataji, I have a question.
Can I ask my question?
yes,
Number.
Keshav, tell me if
అంతే కదా చూసుకుంటారు అది అర్థమవుతుంది
Mataji, so Mataji, that this is some feast. I have a question. Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Krishna Chaitanya. I have a
Mute.
I know.
Mataji, this is Krishna. This is Krishna Chaitanya. I have a question before we start the craft.
Construction paper.
yes, tell Krishna Chaitanya I was muted. I didn't realize that. Yes, ask.
Once the Govinda temple was a big having seven after four the stories had put up. Did they rebuild the?
No, they didn't rebuild. They didn't rebuild.
Mataji,
Huh?
could I get my colored paper? Or
Okay, can I give you first can I show you how to make craft? And if you have a minute, we can go take some questions. So first you have to take a A4 sheet and see, fold it into a half and then one more half. So you will get 4 lines like this. You have to take one sheet, fold it into half and fold into one more half. So then you will get, you know what? It is believed that in Govinda Dev temple, even the demigods come for worshipping the deity. So actually in Jaipur, if you see, there are thousands of people. Actually, I spoke to one of my friend who went to Jaipur and she was confirming that thousands of people come from for Mangalarti, and after that, they don't see them at all. They don't know from where they are coming, like lot of crowd, and suddenly they go. So it's very, 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 very auspicious. Very wonderful. So how is Govinda Dev's face? It's like Krishna's face. And what is so prominent in Krishna's face? What is so prominent in Krishna's face?
Beauty. Smile.
Krishna's eyes, right? Lotus eyes. So we'll make that's why we'll make lotus flower today. And also Radha Govinda Dev temple in Vrindavan have lotuses on the roof. So that's why, remember the temple, we are making lotus today. So after you make 4,
Which color, Mataji? Is it the pink?
yeah, then see, you will fold the paper like that and draw a petal like this. Petal. And when you cut, you get lot of petals because you folded, like 4 are there, right? So then you cut, take all. Huh?
Mataji, I wasn't here. Can you tell it again?
What is that?
Mataji, it's 2:28, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Mataji, 1 minute, just last minute. I am just showing. So you cut the petal and then see, I did a slitting at the end. Do you see the slit? I cut it a little.
Yes.
Then after cutting, I'll send you all in the group. Then after cutting, you have to stick them like that so that it is raised a little bit. Did you see? After you cut, then you stick them like that so it is raised.
Yes.
And then you will start arranging like a whirl and then it becomes a lotus. Okay, I'll send you in the group. Please see the picture and try to make it, and I'll be waiting to look all your beautiful lotus. You can write Govinda Dev on one petal also. Okay.
Yes, Mataji, pink paper.
Yes, pink paper, blue paper, white paper. Anything is fine. Okay. See you all tomorrow. Any questions, please feel free to post in the group. I'll take some time and reply.
Okay, bye.
Bye.